I'm super excited about today's episode. Oh my goodness. So, in your own words, how did you guys meet?
I'll let you start.
How did we meet? Okay, so my company sent me to Delaware to help open up a call center there, and that is where I saw this young gentleman. I don't know. I saw him, but I didn't really pay him.
No mind. I was just an associate on the
Yeah, he was just an associate. I was just like, and then so that was what, 2014? 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the end of 2014, I wound up having to actually help his team because I was literally the only person in my department that had a certain skill set. So I was put over his team, and that's where me and him interacted a little more, and I guess that's when he got the idea to try to date me.
No, I don't think that's how we ultimately met, but I think the idea of me dating you kind of came from just us naturally hanging out as friends at first. Because you had invited me to like your birthday party, and I was seeing someone at the time, and then that had ended, and we started hanging out more, I guess, and became friends.
I don't know, but let's go back.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Okay.
So he knew I didn't really have a lot of friends in Delaware, so he's like, oh, if you want to go to the movies, I can be your little movie buddy. And I was like, you know what, that'll work. I can pay for my own ticket, buy my own stuff, so he won't think nothing. Like, cool.
Did you ever? Okay.
You wouldn't let me. You wouldn't let me.
Yeah. But after that, we went to a couple movies. We checked a couple movies out. We went to Cheesecake Factory after watching a movie one night, and there was another couple at the restaurant that got engaged at the restaurant. And you were just sitting there looking pitiful, sad face. Like, when will it ever be my turn? When will it ever be my turn?
Pitiful.
I mean, you gave me the sad puppy face. So I dropped you off, or we went our separate ways that evening, and I stopped at Five Below, picked up a little ring pop, and then the next day at work, I went and dropped that ring pop off at your desk, and I told you what?
I was worth the real deal.
You're worth the real deal one day. So that's just been kind of our thing for the entire time. But that's how we met. I mean, we kind of became friends, movie buddies, and then it just kind of transitioned into.
You forgot one interesting part, because while we were at Cheesecake Factory, I guess while I was looking all pitiful, I had to call you out. I was like, "Are you trying to date me?" And he was like, "Yeah." Like, oh, I didn't know what to do after that. And I was like, I didn't expect you to say yes. I was just like, oh.
I shot my shot.
You shot your shot.
Yeah.
Score. Look, score. Oh wait, score. Sorry.
So that's how we met.
That's how we met.
All right. So tell us also about the proposal.
Oh, this is all you.
Well, it's a long story, but I'll try to give the abbreviated version, I guess, because there's a couple different ways you can look at it.
Oh, okay.
So we got, where we go? We went to, it was Paula's birthday. It was around her birthday time, and
my Jesus year.
Her Jesus year birthday, and I kind of made plans to like not do much of anything for her birthday, and she wanted to have a regular birthday party, like a regular celebration, and invite all her friends. So I arranged that, got that all squared away, set up
Brunch.
for brunch, and that was the week of. I think we went and took a trip to Miami. I surprised her with a trip to Miami for like 2 days, and on that 2-day trip, boy, she had no idea that I had this up my sleeve, because she kept thinking in her head like, so what are we doing here? Was it a birthday party? It was very random. So we boarded Miami. Everything was good. I'm sweating because I know exactly what's going to actually happen on this trip. And there were some things that happened with the Airbnb that was causing us trouble to get in there. And she's looking at me like, why are you stressing out so much? Not knowing that same night we had made reservations to what was the name?
Prime 112.
Prime 112,
Yeah.
yes. Prime 112, that restaurant. That's where I set up the proposal. I created this storybook detailing our relationship through photos, kind of telling the story. And I handed that to her at the dinner that evening. And the table that was sitting next to us, I'd asked him to record the entire thing without her knowing. And you can flip through that book and got to that last page where the picture of the real deal, the same photo that you took a picture of that 3 years ago almost at that point, or 2 years ago at that point.
Of the ring pop.
Of the ring pop. So you got to that last page and I said the real deal is finally here, and I got up, got down on one knee and proposed, and it was
the ugly cry.
The ugly cry. And she was surprised and thrown for a loop. Because you had no idea. I kind of had thrown off the idea of us getting engaged anytime soon. You were worried and just kind of just took it out of your mind for a little bit.
What was so funny is everyone thought you were going to do it at my birthday brunch.
Right.
And I was just like, he better not. Like, I didn't want like a whole public spectacle with all my friends and family. I know some people like that, but I kind of just wanted it to be him and I. So they kind of stuck around like, oh, he's getting up. Oh, he's about to make a speech. And my mom was like, is your nails? And I'm like, he better not. I don't want this. And I was so happy he stuck to my wishes. Even though I will say, I thought the table next to us was so rude. Because I'm like, why are they on their phones? Like, oh my God. Like, this is just tacky. We're in this nice restaurant. And they're just on their phone. Had no clue they was recording.
So it worked well. It's hard to surprise Paula, by the way, because she always figures out something, figures out the surprise well in advance. I'm like, but this time around I got it.
It worked out.
So,
Good job. So, my favorite thing about Antoine is, and as I say this to him, and he kind of like, huh? The fact that he lets me be me is my favorite thing about him. And that gets lost on so many people, but the fact that I could be in a relationship and I don't have anyone who's trying to change me or make me feel like my extraness is like wrong or bad. Like, you love me and you've accepted me for who I am since before day one. That is my favorite thing about you.
you told me. I appreciate that.
That's important.
Yeah, no, it is important. My favorite thing about Paula is in a world where we're kind of where everybody is Instagram and kind of fake and you don't know who to trust and things like that. Paula is very real and direct, and
Sometimes to a fault.
you need that in a person, or somebody that's going to be honest with you, wholeheartedly, be able to check you when you're wrong, or just make you be a better person, or see the better in you, or try to get the most out of who I am. So that you've helped me grow as a person because of the way that you see things or how you put things in perspective where I might not look at it that way. So for that is why I really appreciate you, and the reason why I married you, to keep things into perspective for me when I I'm a Taurus, so like I'm stubborn and I see things one way sometimes, and you kind of open the door for me to see things other ways. So I appreciate that.
I will also say another favorite thing. I'm sorry. I love how your heart is so big and you are so compassionate. Like, you're always looking out and trying to do for others, even sometimes I feel like at the detriment of yourself, because you just want the good for everybody. And I really love that about you. That is one of my favorite things.
Thank you.
Sorry.